Hey guys, CQ the Watch Guy here with John French at DavidSW headquarters. Here looking at some great watches that we just got in, just landed. John, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, CQ. So I am John French. I work here at DavidSW. Basically, have my hands in a lot of different parts of the business, but what I am known for the most is shooting all the watches that you see on the website. So if you've seen this hand shot, it's been me. And then I'm also managing any communications on Chrono 24. So if you found us through there, hello, you've been communicating with me. And yeah, there's some new pieces that we have here, some cool new picks, and we thought we'd get into it.
Yeah, a bunch of fun stuff, and definitely, I gotta say, this is the first time we're seeing John in the full flesh, but you have seen the hands of John. Man,
Yeah.
you should like sign a glove and
I know.
opposite it
I
off
should.
one day.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna frame it.
Yeah, let's frame one. All right, so we have some goodies here, all good stuff. Oh man, do we start on left? Do we start on right? You pick first. I'll let you start the.
Oh man,
the
I
party.
got this memo box is calling me, man.
I think we should talk about it. So JLC Master Memo Box.
Yes.
This was a boutique edition done announced in late 2016. They started arriving like 2017 or so in this beautiful blue dial. Tell us your thoughts about this one, John.
I mean, anytime that you get an alarm function, like I get excited. It's something that you don't really see in a lot of watches these days, but it is so appreciated. It just feels like you're holding a piece of history.
Yes.
This watch is kind of styled in that, got that vintage style to it. Simple, clean lines. It's just a really great example of an alarm watch that is wearable and functional and looks good on the wrist.
Exactly. I agree with everything you say. It's a really well done edition
Yeah.
for the Memo Box. This blue is just really well done. There's so much, you just look at the dial, there's so much different shades and textures of blues that they use here. This is my first time actually handling one of these in person as well.
Yeah.
So to see it in the metal, it's really, really gorgeous. Going from that kind of light opaque blue to kind of that matte finish, and you have a little bit of shiny metallic blue in there for the Memo Box. This clean, classy watch with the Memo Box feature. And let's see if we can have some music. I love it.
And you can feel it, right?
Yes, you can feel it. So that's another cool thing about these Memo Box alarm watches. They're meant to be table alarms as well. So they're meant to be like you're sleeping, you have it next to your desk. You can really hear the vibration and alarm going off on the watch. And I just love it. Sounds like an old school bell, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you know that mechanism is in there,
Exactly.
hammering away.
Literally hammering away.
Yeah.
Oh man. So next up, we've been really heavy. We just got this in, and it's so excited to like get it in the metal. So it's a 2023 edition Rolex day date in platinum.
Yes.
With the olive green dial and then the fluted bezel. Now these are a little bit polarizing because it ushered in the new era of platinum pieces with fluted bezels. Everybody is used to having a platinum piece with a glacier blue dial and a smooth bezel. Well, you could find some black dials and things like that, but no matter what, it would be a smooth bezel.
Yes.
So now with the fluted bezel, you do have a watch that looks just like its younger brother in the white gold version.
Yeah.
But like you were saying earlier today when we just got the pieces out, something about this platinum has like a brightness, a luster to it that you could definitely tell it's not white gold. To a little bit of a trained eye, but I really and of course when you feel it.
Yeah, it's all in the hand, as they say, and it's. It is not its white gold predecessor at all. It is very much a platinum watch. You can tell when you pick it up, and you can tell even with your eyes, especially when you hold them next to each other. This thing is beaming literally off the wrist, and it's just great. It's just a perfect example of a beautiful platinum with that fluted bezel. And if you've been a fan of the olive green dial, then they brought it back for this. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like very under the radar. Only Literally, this is one of those where like really only somebody you put the watch in their hands or on their wrist can feel that weight difference. So it's a great piece if you just want something really special, but still very under the radar, even though it's that olive green dated 40, right? So you gotta love it. So let's go to the first Omega of the day.
Yes.
So this is Omega Speedmaster Professional
Yeah.
Olympic Tokyo 2020
Yes.
Edition, and this is the they came out of a few different editions. I call this the Panda edition. Right?
Yeah, I mean.
So white dial with black sub dials there.
Yeah, giving the Daytona a run for its money, just a little bit.
Exactly, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, you know. Yeah, if you're a fan of that Panda dial, this is a great example of that, and something that's affordable, certainly, relatively speaking. And yeah, I mean, it's a great watch, very clean. I love when they do these, you know, Tokyo Olympic game editions.
They do a great job.
You never know what you're going to get, and I'm a fan of all of them personally. Yeah. But you know, anytime you get a Panda dial, it's always exciting.
Exactly, it does something. And to me, the fun thing and often the tough thing with buying your Speedy, your first Speedmaster Professional, even your second or third, is which version do you want, because there's so many different versions. And with the Tokyo 2020 editions, you just got some really nice, strong dial colors. You got a blue, you got a red, you got a green, I believe, as well. But something about this Panda is clean, it's classy, but still gives you that sporty vibe. So definitely, and if you want a Speedmaster Professional, but something with a little dash of something special, I think the Tokyo pieces are really, really good ones to take a look at.
Not too far off.
Not too far off, and this is probably one of the few editions where the events themselves happen probably just a year after each other. So this is the Omega Seamaster 300 Winter Olympics. This is the Beijing 2022 watch, and this is actually my first time getting this in the metal as well. And you know, quick glance, it's just your normal Seamaster 300, right? But you go a little bit deeper. You have a titanium insert on the bezel there that's relief engraved that looks beautiful. You have the blue ceramic dial with the wave motif there. And then for the Olympic colors, they didn't want to really overpower the watch. On certain indices there, you have the blue, the red, the green, the yellow to represent the Olympic rings and Olympic colors there. So to me, this is just a really well done Olympic edition. They do a lot of really good pieces. I'm a big fan of the Seamaster 300, but I love the contrast of that titanium bezel with that blue ceramic dial. It just gives you nice, you know, exotic looking watches as well.
Yeah.
You know, I love
it.
This
is another great example of something that is just a little bit different, and it's not cheesy. It doesn't come across as too much. They went really subtle with the color placement to represent the Olympic Games. That bezel with the texture really elevates it. I think, you know, we've seen this bezel. If you're familiar with like that Necton Edition Seamaster, it's got the same kind of bezel on it. And just when Omega adds some subtle features, which you know they're really good at, it's just really cool to see how they do it right, but not over the top.
Yeah, this is really, really well done. I used to be a little bit of a hater of the Seamaster 300, to be honest, because the bracelet I never fell in love. But over time now, like it's grown on me so much that like this version I really, really do enjoy. So next up we have, I want to call it my favorite sky roller, but you know the green dot just came out, so I won't make big statements. But we have this beautiful rose gold sky roller on the bracelet with that amazing slate charcoal gray dial, and I think it's a looker. You know, I love the sky roller because it's the most complicated Rolex out there. Blah 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 blah. All these good things, but let's take all that out of it. This is just a great looking watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it. It's really just comes down to that color pairing. The slate and the rose gold pair perfectly together. It's so captivating on the wrist. And if you ever felt like rose gold wasn't for you, maybe you know it felt too feminine or something like that, I think this answers those questions. Definitely comes across as, you know, I mean, you could wear this either way, but it definitely comes across as like a great, bold watch with beautiful design, not too feminine, not too masculine, and it's a great piece. Yeah, the colors, everything about it.
Yeah, I agree with all your points there. That slate gray just does something with that ever rose gold, and it's a strong piece. This is, I gotta make a top sky roll list. I have many lists to make today. And last but not least, we have the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Chrono. Now this is a 42 millimeter. That came out in 2019 and kind of, you know, re-ushered in their 42 millimeter lines. And I'm a big fan of Royal Oaks. And what I like about this is you went back to the 42 millimeter, but you kind of changed the overall look of the 42, right? So you have the rectangular style pushers, even the crown, everything got a little bit of adjustment. So it has the looks of the bigger pieces, the 44s, and even bigger, but it's a nice little 42.
Yeah.
It's a really nice piece.
Yeah, no, this is a great watch. You know, like you said, it's 42. So if you ever felt like the 44s or anything
Bit
like
aggressive.
that, or just
Could
a
it
little
wear?
too much, you know, that's what AP is, you know, and that's just what you're getting into when you move into AP. But this is kind of bridges the gap. I mean, you have a 42 millimeter titanium case, super
Yes.
light on the wrist, and you get that chronograph function. I mean, this is a fantastic watch, and definitely highly desirable if you're looking for your first AP or your
It's a great
fifth.
first. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
First or
so
fifth. I
yeah,
think it fits in both slots very well.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, John, for cracking
Of
these out
course,
before you
yes.
take the shots. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to see this and many more pieces. Make sure you check out DavidSW.com, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you guys.